Hey, what is going on, everyone, and welcome to another baby account update video. I think it's been probably almost a month since I've done this before. So today, what's on the agenda, we're going to be talking about more Dark Dimension 3 and my progress on that. We're going to be talking about Do More again, so I am in the Chapter 2. I want to talk about some of the teams that I've used to clear the existing content. It's a bit slow going because, well, things aren't moving very fast right now. I am level 78. I think the last update I did, I might have been level 77. We're going to be talking about some of the resources that I've been using and on what characters and what I'm getting ready for as I move closer to level 80. I also want to say that I've actually changed alliances on my baby account. Well, I've gotten rid of myself from the alliance that I was in previously. I've kind of downgraded a little bit because of time commitments and things. I'm trying to claw back some time in my real life, so I'm trying to play a little bit more casually on this. So I'm not getting blue ISOs anymore like I was before, but some people might argue that that was a little bit ahead of the curve in terms of, you know, what you would expect for a level 70-ish account anyways. So this is probably more in line with that. I'm also getting more ability material for the blues, so that's not too bad either. But anyways, without further ado, let's get things started. So the first thing that I want to talk about here today is Do More Chapter 2. Now, I'm pretty sure the last time I did an update like this, I actually hadn't completed Doom 2.1 through Doom 3. So I want to share with you guys exactly what I used to clear this. Now, I managed to 3-star it, but I did actually, this was kind of, I think, a pretty close to a bare minimum unlock for me. It just happened to be a 3-star. Maybe you could have done it for a 1-star a little bit easier. But this is the team that I decided to use. So it's Shuri, Killmonger, Scientist Supreme, AIM Researcher, and AIM Security. Now, AIM Security is really important for chucking things back, the debuffs back with Scientist Supreme. Shuri and Killmonger are probably the best characters that you're going to want to use for the Wakandans anyways. Shuri, I have a whole video on just Shuri, but as far as, you know, she's usable in Chaos Theory and lots of different other spaces as well, even in Endgame. Killmonger actually triples for Flash events and almost all of them, but Chaos Theory, Payday, and the Skilletary event now, so that really helps his use. Now, the other ones, though, I want to kind of just get rid of them, just to show you what team power I'm at. So 66k, Shuri is actually the highest. That's because I was thinking about using her for Dark Dimension 3 Global, but I didn't end up doing so. She's also 5 red, so this really did help in terms of the survivability. Next is Killmonger. Now, he's at level 70, gear tier 12, 6 yellow, 3 red, so a decent amount of investment, but the reason why I put a lot of stats into him is because, again, because of the different Flash events, makes it easier to clear those as well. Now, Scientist Supreme, now this is really important. So I had to take her to level 75, and that's because I really needed that extra focus that she gives in order to land her ultimate. Now, none of these characters have T4s. Just want to say that flat out. No T4s required. But Scientist Supreme, I really needed that extra level 71 through 75 because you get a huge focus bump for every level that you do around that. I did actually buy a couple of red stars as well. I did buy this 4 red because I found it quite difficult when she wasn't able to land her debuffs on her ultimate, and I found this very hard to get through the content. Now, AIM Researcher, she's only at 3 yellow, 3 red. So it's actually not too bad there, but again, gear tier 12, level 65, and this is part of the sustain. This is what I call the sustain method, because I technically have 3 healers here, but I needed a way to flip debuffs and things like that, which is why Scientist Supreme is so important. AIM Security is even only 2 yellow, 2 red. I believe this is gear tier 12 still, level 65, but all in all, this was about 247k. Now, as you saw, I did get a 3-star on all 3 levels, but this did come at a bit of a challenge. I don't think I, like, one-shot that by any means, so it wasn't easy still. However, you could probably get through this with a little bit less power, but this was a good amount of power for me to not actually pull my hair out. I heard that if you wanted to do Sinister 6 or Mercs or anything like that, you're going to be looking at, like, 350k plus, and honestly, this is some of the better investment, considering that if you just pull out the Shuri and Killmonger, it's only about 125k in AIM, so it's not that bad. The rest of these 2 characters, you're actually going to get a lot of investment value out of this, so it's not too bad anyways. Now, when it comes to Do More 2.4, which is what I'm stuck on now, I'm not in any hurry. As much as I really want to get to 2.6 for Cap Sam, I would really love to get Omega Red on the next pass, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible anyways. I'm not even 4-star yet, so that would be like 200 shards that I would need for that. Well, 170 shards I would need for that. But in terms of why I'm waiting, is because I'm kind of waiting for Web Warrior characters to come out. So my best characters that I have right now are these three here, which is Miles, OG Spider-Man, and Symbiote Spider-Man, because I've been working on them as far as Web Warriors go. Symbiote Spider-Man I have a 55k, because I think I'm probably going to take him into Dark Dimension 3 City. We're going to get into that a little bit, though. But as far as the other characters, I really don't want to level up Anti-Venom at this point, because I think that the symbiotes are basically done. I might put some more investment into Doc Ock, and then if I can maybe get Ghost Spider or Scarlet Spider, that might be enough to then add those in, and then I should be able to clear this. I do need to obviously put more investment into Doc Ock, though. That's not, you know, he like gear tier 12, level 70 probably. I'm having a bit of a training mod crunch, and we're going to talk about that as well. So my Spider-Man and Miles, they're sitting at level 74, 60k, you know, there you go. I have a 5 red available on Spider-Man, so once I activate that, I should be good to go there, and Symbiote Spider-Man is also gear tier 13. So I don't think I'm going to have a problem with these three characters. I just need to get Doc Ock a little bit higher and probably another Web Warriors, and I should be good to go through these nodes. But I'm not pushing it. Like, I don't want to over-invest in these characters that I'm not going to have value for. Scream is at the bottom, Carnage is at the bottom, Venom's at the bottom. They're all going to stay there because they don't have any value for my baby account right now. So just sharing that with you as well. We're not really going to talk about 2.7 to 2.9, but as far as what my plans are for that is I'm going to be using a mixed Hydra team probably. I have investment so far into Baron Zemo. And I guess I'm going to have to go back and do some investment into Red Skull and some of the minions, because I heard that that's probably going to be the best. I really don't want to invest into Black Order or Power Armor, really, because it's not going to help me at all at my point in the game. So that's my plans for Chapter 2. Hopefully I will get that done maybe over the next week or two when I get some more training mods, because that's part of the problem. And before we talk about Dark Dimension 3 and my progress there, I really want to talk about training mods, because I'm having a huge crunch for that. I just can't even level up some of my characters, and for whatever reason I haven't upgraded some of my red stars. But when it comes to what I've been doing, I got level 75 for Cloak and Dagger because I'm kind of prepping a little bit for some stuff related to Dark Dimension 3 City. Also, I need to get Symbiote Spider-Man up to 75 for the exact same reason. But if you look at it, like, okay, maybe it looks like a lot now, but it's really not a lot. Like, I'm not even sure how high I can go here before I run out. So I can get, yeah, look at that. So I can get him about 71 to 78, you know, hypothetically, if I wanted to do this. And I'm basically tapped here on my training mods. I have, like, it's not a lot. I don't know what, this is probably not even worth a level. So it's not a lot. I have, like, maybe about 3 million gold worth of training modules, but I have 48 million gold. So I have so much gold that I can't even spend it. Now, I don't know, there's really not a lot you can do when it comes to training modules. So I guess the solution is I need to spend more gold. I need to spend more gold on other shit. But, you know, I there's not a lot of stuff in here that I try. Whenever I can spend gold, I spend gold. But realistically, I wish that maybe there were some training mods options for gold. I know that sounds awful and counterintuitive because you're already spending gold to get training mods. But hell, I don't know if anyone's ever been in this position where you actually have more gold than training mods to actually spend it on your characters, but that's the situation that I'm in now. As far as orbs go, I don't have any training, well, maybe I have like one, I don't know, yeah, okay, I have one. So that might help me a little bit. But as far as training materials go, I'm really struggling. And there's really not a lot of places to get them. You know, outside of 60 to 65% of your training modules actually comes from just grinding campaigns. So maybe I need to grind some higher level campaigns, but I'm currently doing some campaign shard farming and stuff like that. If you guys haven't checked out my campaign shard and node shard farm guide and my store farm guide, do check that out. Released it just a handful of days ago. But there's really not much else I can do. Other ways maybe you can get some training mods is through the arena orb, or I guess I should be buying these. I'm not currently buying a lot of characters out of the arena store, but it just feels really bad, the fact that I even have to resort to the arena store, or even considering the arena orb to do that. But there's not any good reliable way to get training mods outside of just grinding campaigns, or, you know, the skilletary event that comes once a month, but even then it's not really that good. So slow moving on the leveling process, but here I am sitting with a crap ton of gold. I don't know why I clicked on that. The crap ton of gold, but, you know, nothing I can really do for it. I'm just kind of waiting, and that's really bad. So let's talk about Dark Dimension 3 though, because I want to show my progress and where I'm at right now. Things have been pretty good, but right now it's been really slow. So let's talk about, I don't know where I last ended my last update in Dark Dimension, to be honest, but we can start towards the beginning anyway. So the first node for Dark Dimension 3 was pretty easy. One shot that one, three shot on mission 3. 3 and 4 got a bit slower. This is the first initial nodes. 7 attacks on mission 3 and 6 attacks on mission 4. Between mission 3 and mission 4, I added some new characters. I had Cersei and Icarus. This really helped. But when I got into global, I only started it with 3 characters, and surprisingly, it only took me 3 turns, or 3 days rather, to get through the first node. The second node, I was able to add in Sharon Carter, and that helped because I was able to one-shot the second node, but that's where things got a bit slower. The enemies started hitting really hard, and so it took me about 9 attacks to get through node 3 of global, and node 4, which we're on right now, is really slow moving. I have the exact same 4 characters, but yeah, the waves are really hard, so I don't know if a lot of people have experience with this node in particular, but it's not good. So there's a lot of shield waves, for example, mixed shield waves with falcons, tons of shield, tons of Nick Furies. I think there's 2 separate Nick Fury shield Coulson waves, and so the problem is that when Nick Fury starts the match with other shield minions, he gives them speed up. So often they're outspeeding all of my characters, and they're just doing all of their attacks. And often when I come to my turn, I have, like, I don't know, 2 characters left. It's ridiculous. It's honestly really bad. So I've been really just crawling through this. The waves that are non-shield still kind of suck, and there's a lot of AoE. Like, they hit really hard. They hit far harder than anyone like 110k would do. You know, a Mysterio ult comes down and like punches me and kills like my whole team. One-shots Ghost, and that's with offense down. And there's not a lot I can do about that. It's horrific. This is absolutely the worst node. I'm sure anyone who's run through this understands how horrific this is, even with good characters. This is a really bad node and very difficult. So in terms of, you know, how long it's taken me, I'm at attack 16. Now, I think I'm on the very final wave. There's only like 9 characters left, so I should be finished this hopefully within, you know, less than a week, I would hope. This one's a lot easier. This last final wave that I'm on, you can see some of the enemies. Mordo, Black Widow, Mysterio, Green Goblin, Shield Trooper, Falcon, and this. So it's not too bad, actually. We almost killed Rescue, and I think Falcon, or maybe Black Widow, on the last attempt. So I got a lot of damage here, 14 million. But you can see that there's a lot of attempts here with just like 400k, 600k, 500k. This is the shield waves, because they literally just crippled me, and I was like, F it, you know, I'm just, whatever, you know, I'm just gonna blow their cooldowns. Every now and then I get a good attack, so attack 12 was like 7 million, and I managed to get through some more enemies. I whittled them down, I guess, enough. But yeah, 13, 14, 15, horrific. Some of my best attacks, I guess, you know, attack 3, attack these ones here, so it's very slow moving. So I'm hoping that I can clear this by about 20 attacks. That would be nice. There were times where I did, you know, refresh myself with dark energy, but I don't really like to do that unless I'm capped at 100, and then I'll spend like, I don't know, 100 courses to do an extra day. But other than that, you know, this happens like maybe once a week that I'm able to do an extra day. So once we get onto the Cosmic run, this will be pretty easy. I have some really solid characters for both Cosmic and City Prep prepared, and we'll talk about that now. So in terms of my Cosmic run, and where is my Cosmic characters here? This should be no problem. So we have Kestrel, we have Deathpool, we also have Phyla-Vell, and we have, of course, Cersei and Icarus, who I've been putting in a lot of resources into. So Cersei and Icarus, no-brainers here. They give you on-spawn Dark Dimension buffs, so you get on-spawn defense up with Cersei and on-spawn offense up with Icarus to the whole team. Deathpool, she's not a Dark Dimension character. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure why she's tier 15, but I decided to do it anyways. Kestrel is a really solid one here, and I did Phyla-Vell because she was bio, and there wasn't a lot of good bio characters that I was building at the time, so she was a very, like a first 5, I think, to get into Dark Dimension 3, so that's why I did that there. I'm not actually going forward with Gamora or Moondragon anymore, because Infinity Watch isn't really arena meta in my shard anymore, so I don't think pumping more gear into Gamora and Moondragon is really worth it at this time. So that's my plans for my 5. I think that should be no problem. Of course, if I do get to Dark Dimension 4 on this account, I won't be running certain characters, but I'll probably still be running Kestrel and Cersei and Icarus. That's probably a no-brainer there. Let's talk a little bit about City, though. That will be coming just a little bit after that. Now, I kind of alluded to that a little bit. So I'm working on Symbiote Spider-Man, but as far as other characters, of course, Cloak and Dagger are very solid characters there. Dark Dimension 3 City actually isn't that difficult, so I think I might even be able to clear it with just Cloak and Dagger and Symbiote Spider-Man. However, I think that I'm probably thinking of maybe doing Doc Ock, possibly, because I might need him for the Legendary Lane for Dark Dimension 4. Otherwise, I am going to wait for the rest of the Web Warriors, possibly some of the better ones when I unlock Ghost Spider free to play. If I haven't already got there by then, it really depends how fast I go through Cosmic. Most likely, I will get to City before Scarlet Spider. Also a very good choice as well, I think, if you're going for Hero Spider-Verse characters. But I think that Cloak and Dagger and Symbiote Spider-Man will give them a run for their money. Now, unfortunately, I actually don't have enough Mystic Gear, I don't think, to equip both of them, sorry, Cloak and Dagger. So I'll have to be a bit considerate about who I start with. Probably Cloak, but Cloak and Symbiote Spider-Man, actually Cloak and Dagger and Symbiote Spider-Man will work very, very well, because Symbiote Spider-Man extends negative stats effects by 1, and Cloak and Dagger can blind, so this could be super crippling, and you can just reset this until you get the blinds, enough blinds on all the characters, and extend that for 1 turn. You get 2 turns of blind. Honestly, I think I'm going to have an easy time with this, but we'll see on our next update how far we get along for that. So yeah, I haven't decided which one of these I'm going to equip first. I think I'm going to wait a little bit till we get a little bit closer, and I decide then. Unfortunately, they're both at 3-star. I would like them to get more shards, but, you know, this is my baby account, so it's not that hardcore. So that's what I'm doing for Dark Dimension 3. As far as other characters go, I am mainly focusing on both Doom War and Dark Dimension. So the levels, like I said, is really difficult because there's just not a lot of training materials there for me to use in order to get my characters up further. As far as brand new characters go, I'm actually really concerned about whether or not I'm going to be able to get Ghost Spider up. Might as well just heart that now. And some of the other characters that I'm going to need to do for Doom War Chapter 3, which is going to be challenging. We talked about that already a little bit. I don't know, did I unheart them? Some of the Hydra that I'm considered doing for that, I don't know where Red Skull's maybe somewhere up here. I haven't even recruited. Oh, no, I did recruit him. Okay, I don't know where my Red Skull's at. I probably removed the heart. He must be somewhere down here somewhere. There's Red Skull. You know, I'm going to actually have to gear him as well. So I thought I was a little bit further ahead on Hydra, but clearly I'm not. The only thing I have here is Zemo, and I know that he's not going to carry the whole node for me. So I'm going to have to pump more gear and more resources, more training mods. For me, it's the training mods. I have tons of gold, but give me a way to get more training mods. And that's part of the problem, I think, here. And I'm going to have to sort that out pretty quickly. If there's some other events coming through that's going to get me some extra training mods, I'll have to work on that. Otherwise, yeah, I have all the gold. It keeps building up, but I don't have the training mods to level these characters that I need to get, you know, things started. So that's where I'm at right now. Nothing too exciting, to be honest. I'm being a bit more casual on this account. Like I said, I'm kind of in like a gold Alliance War alliance now, doing like Ultimus 5. It's a random alliance that I was put into, so nothing terribly exciting. If there's anyone out there that wants to have me, but are running like Ultimus 7, 6, 7, you know, like that would be good. I don't want a really hardcore alliance. I want something that's just casual. I don't want to be you know, having to be pinged on Discord to get to do things. You know, I do things like once or twice a day on this account, but I'm trying to just kind of ease back a little bit because I realize that I'm spending a lot of time on the accounts that I'm playing. A lot of you probably know that I run like 3 accounts. I'm really trying to claw back some of this time, both for me and for my real life, because I feel like maybe I need to, you know, kind of ease off a little bit and play a little bit less. Either way, I hope that some of this is helpful for you all who are kind of in the same area in terms of your level, and some of what I'm going through, maybe you're feeling it too. So let me know in the comments down below where you're at. Are you in some of the crunches, especially the training mods that I'm at? I'm actually really, we didn't talk about the Scarlet Spider event. I'll probably be doing that on another video. I am concerned because if it requires leveling characters, I'm kind of screwed, at least on this account. So that's the end of this video. Until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.